Emily McCormick live in the newsroom. And Emily, oil in the spotlight this morning. An OPEC technical committee is meeting for a third day to talk about further cuts in oil output. What do we know?
That's right, Alexis. So OPEC's Joint Technical Committee, the JTC, convened today for a third straight day to try to come to a consensus to put a floor on oil prices. Those are down about 17% for the year to date amid demand concerns because of the coronavirus and its impact on China especially. So what we know right now is the decision was reportedly to recommend a further production cut of at least 600,000 barrels per day in order to try and stem the declines that we've seen in oil prices. This is according to a report from Bloomberg citing unnamed people familiar with the matter. That production cut would be on top of the 2.1 million barrels per day through March that had already been agreed upon back in December. Any change to production would still have to be agreed on by OPEC's oil ministers. They have not yet decided on a date to meet for an emergency meeting in February. Reportedly, Russia is the holdout here. They're actually advocating an extension to the current supply cuts, not a deeper cut to output.
And Emily, on the earnings front, the market seems to like what Twitter put up this morning.
That's right. So we did have a big beat on the top line as well as huge growth in monetizable daily active users. So that's why we're seeing those shares popping about 9% in early trading. Revenue here was $1.01 billion, well above the $995 million expected. And we had those daily active users coming in at 152 million. That's a rise of 21% over last year. On the flip side, though, earnings per share were a bit light. Those were 17 cents versus the 28 cents expected on an adjusted basis. And the really the cut to margins that we saw here was because of rising costs. Those are up 22% to $854 million in the fourth quarter. Twitter has been investing heavily in hiring on the engineering side, on the product design side, and also on optimizing the platform for users, and also around just ensuring that election integrity is a key focus for the platform heading into 2020.
Yeah, they sure better get that one right. Emily McCormick, thank you.
Hey investors, Zach Guzman here. Are you interested in learning more about the markets and getting the latest financial news? Well, then click right here to subscribe to our Yahoo Finance YouTube channel. Get the latest up-to-the-minute market analysis, big interviews in the world of finance, and information on how to manage your money every day wherever you are.